When my dad was dying, I remember waking up practically every morning and I would have a pain in my side, in my left side of my abdomen. And it hurt so much that I went to the doctor and I asked for a referral to get an x-ray done. I thought I was coping with life. My kids were quite young. I was working my corporate job. We were doing up our house. My parents lived in a different city, about 50, 60 miles away. And I thought I was keeping it all together. I would do my job, make sure the kids were okay, and then drive 50 miles to my dad to see how my dad was doing. And I would cry from one end of the motorway to the other, so that I was okay by the time I got to see my dad, so that I was upbeat and happy and friendly and the way that I thought he wanted me to be. And I would spend time with my dad. And then I would leave him and I'd get in the car and then I'd cry. From the other end of the motorway back to my home. So that by the time that I got there, I was okay for my kids. I was okay for my husband. But what I was doing, I wasn't giving myself time to heal. I wasn't giving myself time to grieve. I wasn't giving myself time to nourish me. I was trying to be everything for everybody else. And when we do that as human beings, suppress our feelings, something always pops out from that. Some kind of sabotage behaviour, something that we're uncomfortable with, something that we don't like in ourselves. For me, it was overeating. I was always really slim. And then I started to put weight on, but I couldn't see it because my mind was so busy that I couldn't see what was happening to me. And it was always as if layer upon layer upon layer, I was creating one story over another, over another, over another, building them into beliefs. And then my brain was filing them. Because I'm sure all of you on this webinar know that your brain and your mind are completely different. Our brains are biological. They store information. They retrieve information. They help us bring up memories so that we can try to make sense of what is happening. They try to look after us, try to take care of us. That's what our brain is for. It's biological and it's functional and it is a machine. But our minds are spiritual. So my brain would bring up all of these ideas about, oh, you're doing this because of this, or you're doing that because of this. When in fact, all my brain was doing was bringing up stories. Bringing up old beliefs, old habits, old patterns that in my cloudy thinking, I couldn't see through. I thought they were fact.